Hello, everyone. Thank you all for the wonderful 2 days that we had. With the first day and the second day, we've come to almost the final part of our program. So would like to thank you all for the discussions we had and the presentations and the speakers that had their stories to tell. So yesterday we had a networking event after the sessions, and we got a chance to listen to a poem that was presented by Sarah Alaleide. So Sarah is a Nigerian who is based here in the Netherlands, and she's a social justice activist. She writes poems as a form of activism to amplify the voice of the marginalized. So Sarah wrote this poem that she's going to perform just now, specifically for this symposium. So I would like to welcome Sarah to present her poem. Sarah. The music.
I hope you've had a nice day so far. And then with the music, you can just press
just to repeat the poem. Some of you saw it yesterday. And I want to thank them for the platform and the opportunity to project the poem. I have written this poem to personify the earth, and I'm going to speak as the earth, and I'm going to amplify the voice of the earth through the poem. Thank you. I am earth. I cradle all. Every creature, every mountain, every creation. All I hold, living and still, plays its part in my great unfolding. I have endured the passage of time through seasons, systems, and shifting tides. My bond with those who dwell within me has transformed me. In one breath, I boast of beauty and sophistication, all thanks to modernization, technology, and advancement. In another, I ache for my primitive qualities, those who could hold me, everyone and everything, with ease. Alas, not anymore. Well-being drifts far from my reach. I am bent over, burdened, afraid I can no longer hold together the essence of my being. Will I continue to deteriorate? Oh, I grieve. I grieve for my future dwellers, those yet unborn. Yet still I wonder, could the marriage of ancient wisdom and modern wonder mend what progress alone has unraveled? Is it a question worth asking? Could you offer me not just your brilliance, but your care? Give me a chance, not only to survive, but to heal. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for the lovely poem. Maybe we can give another round of applause. We also have a young researcher here, Hassan, who was very keen on listening to the mom give us the poem. So next, I'm going to call upon our director, Professor Michael McClain, the director of the graduate school and chair professor of the ecology IHE, and is going to give us a recap of what has been for the past 2 days. Thank you.
Thank you, Mercy. Thank you, Tanya. Thanks. Sarah, thank you so much for that. So special. Yeah, so here we are again. And so how are we doing? How are we doing after these 2 days? Yeah, we started yesterday morning, a lot of anticipation. You know, at the end of a conference like this, very often you feel a mixture of fatigue from 2 intense days, but also stimulation. It's been a stimulating 2 days. It's been very intellectually stimulating. The range of presentations, science being presented, the impacts of that science has really been incredible to observe. For those of you who were speaking or maybe in those mediating roles, might have also been stimulating in a bit of an anxious way, right? It's a lot of anxiety when it comes to participating and presenting in one of these conferences. Maybe you felt the anxiety leading up to your presentation, the excitement or the terror of the moment of giving that presentation. But now, after the fact, just real relaxation and enjoying it. And in moments like that, you know, in those really stressful moments, wasn't it nice? I mean, didn't you especially appreciate the special character of the symposium of being by and for PhD candidates? Now, you were really among your peers. And I hope that you all sensed that you really, you know, had an audience that was there for you, listening carefully, there to support you, because you know, you're all going through this together. So I hope that it was also a time for making new connections. That's a really important part of this. And this is what SENSE is. This is what SENSE as a network is a network of people with common objectives, right? I mean, captured so beautifully in Sarah's presentation, but now broken into all of the sciences, the social sciences, the physical sciences, and the like, to work towards together that vision. And SENSE provides an opportunity for us to extend in an organized way beyond just our networks and our immediate universities, which are already wonderful and rich and diverse, but reach out across universities to other PhD candidates that are tackling some of the same challenges and big questions that we're tackling. So I hope you appreciated that. Let's just quickly walk through what we've experienced these 2 days, because it was a lot packed into a relatively short period of time. We began with a very provocative keynote address, Etumkan's provocative address on the future present. You remember what messages did people take away from that, or even that term? Was that a new term to some of us, the future present? For me, it was important in that it asked of us not to just think of the future and what might be one day, but let's put ourselves into that future, right? And begin, experience it today. And in experiencing that way, it stimulates us to action. His presentation was a call for radical and systemic shifts. And he also challenged and redefined maybe a little bit these terms of resistance and resilience. For him, we don't want to just be resilient and return to what we were before, but we want to resist and grow into what we would like to be. That was immediately followed by a panel discussion. There were some good question and answers discussion there as well. But we had a panel discussion on data, climate, and society with 3 different speakers. That also began setting the tone immediately about the importance of respecting and accessing different sources of data, different sources of information, different sources of knowledge. So introducing this perspective of plurality and embracing plurality, reaching out across disciplines and the like. There also was an important message about, even for us more physical scientists, us modelers who think that we have the greatest questions to investigate or the most important questions, the importance of working with colleagues in the social sciences and making an effort ourselves to reach out to stakeholders so that we understand right from the beginning their perspectives. What are the important questions for them? Because that can inform and modify, redirect our research so that our impact will be greater as well. From there, we split up into our 3 different sessions, and this is where the individual oral presentations began. This is where that incredible richness of different intellectual topics and approaches that you all participating in this represent. We enjoyed that, and I was impressed by the presentations. I was very impressed by the questions afterwards, and stimulating overall. And then we ended the day with another panel and another provocative pair of speakers. Prajal, I remember Prajal challenging us on the topic of rescuing the 2030 agenda from failing. And he was all about action, wasn't he? He was about action. He was about action now. And I was pleased this morning when we had our SENSE board meeting that Prajal joined us in the board meeting. So he's also like stimulating our SENSE board to chop chop as well. We need exactly that kind of energy, but really well-informed, intelligent energy as well. And then Professor Popescu, Ioana, she was there to demonstrate how, what Prajal presented, some of those difficult tasks, especially difficult themes to communicate, how hydroinformatics can be part of the analysis as well as part of the communication. From uncertainty to resilience. This morning, I was so pleased to see the turnout for our poster session. And I think, was it a surprise to the poster presenters that you were going to give a pitch? Was that already prescribed beforehand, or did that? Yeah, everyone already knew they were giving a pitch? Oh, good. Okay, I was afraid because I was told that, we have a smaller number of posters than we thought, so therefore we've got a little bit more time. Let's do these pitches. I'm really happy you knew about the pitches ahead of time. But I should have guessed that because the quality of the pitches was excellent. And for those of you who made posters, congratulations. I hope you'll take those home with you. Obviously, you're going to take them home with you. But put them up in the halls of your institution, of the department where you are. Put them up in your department. Those are great products to produce, communication products, to introduce people to your research, even when they visit with you and the like. Great. And then we broke into the workshops. And the themes that were chosen, I could see were very popular, very relevant to all of us, especially to the PhD candidates about to enter that next phase of their professional life. And then, if you want to enter that phase, acquiring research grants from sources such as the EU, Rise in Europe, a wonderful workshop there. I'm sure that everyone was torn between which workshop that you would prefer to present. And I'm going to ask your help in a moment just to capture a little bit of that. And then, of course, the final session that we've just completed. Those of you who have just spoken in the last hour or two, I know you're still buzzing from that experience because it was a strong finish. It was a really strong finish. Fantastic presentations, really good discussion as well. So, quite a day, quite a 2 days. And just what I want to ask is for just a few of you who are willing to share a bit of your reflections. And especially, as I said, I was able to peek into the workshops, but not delve very deeply. But could I invite one or two people to just share a reflection on these 2 days as well? Maybe something that you're going to be taking away from these days. Who will be the brave one to feel that buzz one more time, huh? At the top, and then we have you. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Tanya, for.
Thank you very much for the privilege to share my opinion about the event. First of all, let me say that I got to know about the symposium about 3 weeks ago. And then it's just a random email that I received, and then I had to inquire if it's just a spam or something that is real. And then it was just a bit of indecision at first, but I just really want to come. And the first reason is because at least this is my first time visiting the IHE devs, and I've heard a lot about the institute, at least the world's largest water institute. Then on getting here, I could see, okay, I checked online, and then I could see the order of program. I saw people coming from Seoul, coming from other places, Nepal, and then I felt, okay, this is not just about Netherlands. And since I started my PhD in 2023, it has been a little bit difficult to find a program that actually appreciates my line of research. And on talking yesterday, I realized that, okay, I'm not alone. I have people that think alike, and then trying to do something in the direction that I'm also looking, which means something to me, at least I feel more comfortable. And on getting to meet people, I could realize that there are so many young water professionals, so many people looking at water from social sciences perspectives, governance, policies, and then people that care so much about resilience. And this makes me feel like at least there is a community that I belong. And even after PhD, I'm hoping that in the future, the symposium will continue, and then it will become something big that we'll all be looking towards, at least to celebrate. So it has really been an awesome and intense 2 days.
Thank you very much. Thank you for those words. Really appreciate it. We also have here in the front, right here is Jasper. Had his hand up. Didn't you?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's right.
Please go ahead. And this, I'm being reminded about the time, and so Jasper, you'll have the final word here.
We have a world level exciting times, all kinds of levels and all kinds of goals. And in my world of the entrepreneurship, it's like three steps. It's about creativity, let's create ideas, execution, so make it in practice, and the end, visual. If it's only about creativity and you only create ideas, then you end up only in reports, no execution. And we can talk for hours in this council. But at the end we need action. And at the end we need results. If we have goals for our own interest, we need to act. And this 2 days is both of creative parts, people create projects, execute projects from all over the world, on global challenges, present the results. And that is in these times on world level quite hopeful. It's a new generation. I'm a little bit older, but I was also a student, and I work now for 10 years on climate projects, and I'm, for my heart and for my saw as my mental health, is it better to focus on the positive initiatives like we presented here last 2 days than all the negative news which you see daily in the newspaper or news with the big egos and the Trumps of the world. We have also announced we have elections in 2 weeks. So there's a lot at stake, and that to inspire you with all these initiatives than what's going outside. It's better for your heart, it's better for my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks to both of you. I appreciate you, the points that each of you raised. I just want to say that you came worried that it might be all about the Netherlands, and look, you're among the United Nations here. Incredible, incredible diversity. All right, now let's move on to the awarding ceremony for the posters. And may I invite onto the stage the members of the panel, the judging panel who are in the room. Got Biswa, got Carmen, Yong is here. I think it was only
5 of us, but maybe Leon is not
Constantina?
here. Constantina?
Okay, so we're missing a couple, but great with those who we have. All right, so why don't you all come ahead and move to the middle of the room. We're gonna call up the winners, and please just come down, jump up on the stage. One of these fine people will award you with the certificate, which is behind, and greet you, congratulate you, and also pose for a quick photograph. And we're going to begin with the 2 awards that are the public prizes, right? So these are the 2 awards that were judged by you, by the public, by the audience, by the fellow participants. There are 2 awards. The first is for creativity, rewarding engaging presentation style, clarity, and visual appeal. And the award goes to Carmen Mallqui Caballero. Hey. Congratulations, Carmen, for your poster titled Assessing Biases in Tropical Ecosystem Carbon Flux Estimates Originating from Limited Observational Capacity. Woo! So,
Now time for a photo.
yeah, we'll let it go. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Now, for the next prize, which is Societal Relevance, highlighting the potential impact of research in addressing real-world challenges, you, the voters, split your vote equally between 2 posters. So we will be awarding this to 2 presenters. Equally deserving, but they will be announced in the following order. The first to receive their award is Benedetta Sestito. Benedetta, congratulations. For your poster titled Downscaled Population Projections under Shared Socioeconomic Pathways, a European-wide application of age, gender, and education. Come on up. And all right, and finally, the second recipient of that award on societal impact is Salam Belay Salou. Salam. Congratulations for your poster, ML-driven reservoir storage prediction in the Blue Nile River Basin. Always feels good when it comes from your peers. Congratulations. All right, now I'd like to invite Carmen to come and announce the winner in the remaining category.
Thank you so much. So, as you know, there were 11 amazing posters today that were presented. And of course, all of them were absolutely fantastic. So thank you so much for educating us as your committee, but also all the others in the room. Also, you were tested with a lot of questions and you gave good answers. There was one poster that was announced which was not presented, unfortunately, today. Anyways, now all of us, of course, we were here. We looked at all the posters. We found them. We found a lot of novelty, a lot of complexity, a lot of new things that we learned. I already mentioned that, which made it difficult to actually take a choice. So I think there was one photo up there already where you saw us discussing, elaborating, and I don't remember how long it took, but it took quite a while. But actually, we came to a conclusion. So maybe let's start with a drum roll. And before I announce the name, I want to say that we all agreed that this was actually the best poster. And the one who deserves and who earns today the best poster, and now I hope I pronounce this correctly, is Abayomi Bankole. And it's even more amazing to hear that you just heard about this symposium 3 weeks ago. Yes. So
and he thought it was spam.
So wait. Can you? So of course we want to.
You should be in the picture.
Yes, but I need the.
Once again, Alma.
Okay, but we want to tell the crowd why we think that this deserved actually the best societal. I mean, why we assess that is scientifically the best poster. So we found that your study is not only really interesting. Listen, this is actually the praise that you get now. Your poster was super interesting. Your research is really interesting. It's very innovative, but it's also really, really relevant. It's very timely too. You delivered an excellent presentation. You gave excellent answers also to the questions that the crowd raised to you. And you showed signs of a matured researcher already. We were really impressed. You really impressed us, particularly with your holistic perspective on the topic, the relevance of AI application and operation, and your vision on the future of your research, and also on the relevance of your work for society, setting your achievable, realizable, low-cost approach into a bigger context, which a lot of people actually cannot really do even at my career stage. So it's really fantastic. So congratulations on the best poster. The award is really deserved. Yeah.
Can you help me scroll this slow?
But we're not done yet. So while there's only one best poster prize, there won't be more best poster awards, but we actually found 2 additional posters scientifically very good, and we want to acknowledge them. Can you scroll up? Thank you. So we had shortlisted 3, and we want to acknowledge the other 2 as well here. Yeah. So, oh yeah. All right. So another drum roll, please. So actually, scientifically, we also assessed Carmen's poster as very good as well. So another applause. So you worked on assessing biases in tropical ecosystem carbon fluxes estimates originating from limited observational capacity. And we found that your research with considerations and comparisons of tropical and temperate climates, it was really well designed and also very interesting. And we very much appreciated a lot of things, but particularly the efforts that you made in really fully capturing and understanding bias from different perspectives, from different angles, and that you presented and reacted to the questions that were raised to you really, really well. And we think that your project has really huge potential. So, applause. How to pronounce it? Okay, now I should have checked how to pronounce the name I'm going to say next. The second acknowledgement for the one who did not get the award, but was really close and did a fantastic project as well. And I really apologize in advance because I don't really know how to pronounce the name, is Yu Xiao Her. Yeah, more or less correct. For the systems approach to integrating human health and water energy food nexus in South Africa, We really very much appreciate the multiple novel components of your study, ranging from considering water, energy, food, and health, integrating all of these worlds, study their interactions, informing your framework by nexus entry points mapped through stakeholder involvement, coupling multiple complex models, and also trying to represent particularly vulnerable groups in this approach. So congratulations actually on being able to navigate so much complexity. Yeah, well done. And I think that's it.
Yes. Okay, so coming to an end, maybe Michael can come back here. And I would also like to invite all of the organizing committee to join us here on stage, please. So before I start sharing my gratitude and thanks, I also would like to share a little thought about this symposium. And it really, I'm really impressed by the tone in which we started. So putting emphasis on the word resistance, to a certain extent, it might sound like rhetoric. And I'm someone that really doesn't like rhetoric. But then if we look around, what we are doing here, bringing together an international group of people, working on sustainability, working on climate change, with a strong focus on socio-environmental issues and justice concerns, it is nowadays, unfortunately, almost revolutionary to a certain extent. And this is really, really, really problematic, and it's really scary. But we need to be aware of the political momentum in which we are living in the Netherlands and globally. So without going through the review of horrible things, going from war to environmental destruction, there is actually some of the basic foundations that bring people like us together that are being questioned and are being put at risk. The rule of basic law, we can think of what happened with the flotilla in the international waters. We can think about many other issues where basic international law is not being recognized. And what is happening with, of course, the sustainability agenda and climate change is also particularly concerning. We are in a situation where the basic is being questioned. And so what we are doing here as a symposium, I think if we did this only a few years ago, it would have actually sounded like business as usual, a group of scholars being together, beyond the borders, beyond nationalities, bridging disciplines. Well, now what we are doing to me sounds almost revolutionary. It almost sounds like, are we gonna be allowed to continue doing what we're doing now in the future? And so I think that this is a moment for us where we need to be particularly aware of the political importance of what we are doing as sustainability researcher. And it's a moment for us to be loud. We cannot allow ourselves to be shy. We cannot allow ourselves to be silent. So my recommendation is really to having this community, to build on the strength of this community and go out there and be loud. Said this, I would really like to thank everyone. So I will start thanking our speakers, starting from our keynote. So Etemjan, then I would like to start to thank Elizabeth. I would like to start Anne-Marie. I would like to thank Carmen. I would like to thank Prajal. I would like to thank Johanna. I would like to thank Saskia, Mareje, Kirsten. And together with Kirsten, there were a number of professionals that helped in the workshop: Alejandra, Milk, Tsegaye, Santiago, and Irene. There is a long list of people that we want to thank, and I will pass it to Michael.
We want to thank Jingyu. We want to thank Carmen, Mercy. These are our moderators. Febi, Tanya, Yoga. Did a great job, Yoga. I was in there, really impressed. Alyssa, Henry, and Gabby. Thank you to all the moderators. Thank you to the rapporteurs, Linjiu, Evelina, Abayomi, and Abimael. And a very, very special thank you to our organizers who've been working on this for months. Elisa, Mercy, Mabel, Tanya, and Katerina. Oh, and thank the facilities, thank communications, thank the restaurant, thank our colleagues, thank our mothers and fathers for having brought us into the world, and the train conductors that brought us here.
Thanks to Michael.
Yeah. So we have to draw the line at some point. But the biggest thank you is to all of you. Thank you for joining us for this symposium. Thank you for being a part of this community. And we hope to see you again soon. Hand it over back to the organizing committee.
Okay, thank you, Michael, and thank you, Jampel. So the proceedings of the symposium will soon be available on our website. We'll share it with all the participants. We'll also share with the participants the slides that we had in the slides that we had in the workshop on Horizon Europe. We'll send you participation certificates in the next weeks and share photos of the events soon. Now we are going to have dinner at the Royal Palace in Delft at 6 p.m. So we'll gather in front of IHE at 1740, and it takes about 20 minutes. But I think we'll use a tram.
Maybe for the storm.
Yeah, because the weather is not very good, so we'll use the tram to go to the Royal Palace, and dinner starts at 6. If you are biking, we'll see you there. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.